Hey everybody, welcome back to the Overflowing Glass. I don't sound like my normal cheery self because, I'll be honest, I'm not. I'm hurt right now. I'm heartbroken. I believe in karmic cycles, in patterns. That if you get hurt by one thing and you don't take care of it, you don't confront it, and you don't heal it, that it will continue to cycle in your life. So for me, that was a person. That person was my dad. I have this fear of abandonment, this horrific fear that everybody I love is going to leave me. And it's because of him. Because of him abandoning me so many times as a child and as an adult. I can remember as an adult being stood up when I'd go down after not seeing him for 2 years, and he'd stand me up for a date, like a lunch date. This isn't to throw him under the bus, but like major stuff happened. Brian's talking again. Major stuff happened today. So, a little background. I've had very tumultuous relationships with men in my life. I've changed myself completely to be what they want me to be good enough for them, to fit their mold. And usually what ends up happening, well, every time, what ends up happening is they still leave me. And it's usually not with a, I love you, I'm gonna miss you. No, usually it's just like a, see ya, bye. And then they block me. That's a very strong pattern, especially the past few months. So, like for example, the guy I dated last year, it's been over a year now. The guy that I dated from December to March, it ended in a see you bye. And I kind of saw somebody, like, went out with a couple times, but not really had a deep relationship with somebody. You know what I'm talking about, right? With somebody, and I found out that he was just horrible. So same thing. See ya, bye. I had a date. It would have been this Tuesday, so it'd been just a few days ago. Today's Friday. I had a date scheduled with a guy, and he decided to go to a family gathering. And right now in California, we're not supposed to be with people outside of our home. We were going to make it like a social distance outside, a safe type of date. We were going to go for a walk in the park, which there I can maintain social distancing. But when I found out that he went to a family gathering, and he has a massive family, and I've seen pictures and nobody's wearing masks, I said, no, I can't go. You know, I cannot be at risk for COVID. And he was like, bye. Like he didn't care. And I realized that was a huge pattern, that something was going on where these men, all of the same ethnicity, all of the same or very similar political, religious views, all use the same language towards me. And I don't think it's just like a regional thing where people are from, because I've talked to other people here, they don't say that. So I realize that this is a pattern, and something's going on. Like, something has to change in my life, because I keep attracting these people that they literally just don't give a shit about me. And where I'm trying to change myself to be what they want, no matter how much I change, they do not give a shit. If I walk out of their lives, they don't care. And today, I was on Facebook, the most toxic place ever, and I noticed that my dad kept posting, I don't want to get into the politics of it, but very false information, and blaming very innocent people for a very bad thing that happened. And I told him, like, Dad, your information's wrong. Like, these are the people that were involved. These are the people being arrested. What you're saying is wrong. And not only that, but I am a part of those people that you're blaming for these horrible things. I am one of these people that you're blaming. And he came back and basically called me a terrorist. And I was basically just saying politically why I believe what I believe and why I stand where I stand. And he came back and just rained a shitstorm on me about how I don't care about him, how I don't make an effort to ever talk to him or see him, or like how everything's my fault that our relationship sucks, which didn't even come up in my original confrontation. It didn't even come up, but he rained it down on me. And I stayed calm, and I'm like, no, like, these are the facts. And we were talking about politics. We're not talking about our relationship. But since you want to go there, and I realized I wasn't going to get through to him. And then I had one of my very closest best friends, he also chimed in and was like, I watched her. I witnessed her when you weren't there for her. I was there when she would cry because you're not there in her life. And my friend basically said, like, you need to be the parent. You need to be there for your child. Even if your child's an adult, you need to be there for them because they need you. And my dad pretty much just told this guy to shut up. He wasn't a part of the family, so shut his mouth. Like, he has no right to butt in. Keep in mind that this guy is more my family than my dad has been for the last 20 years, even longer than that. So it turned into this big thing. And my dad commented and said, see ya, bye, and blocked me. And that's when I realized he is who I have to deal with. He is the start of my patterns. He is the core of why I keep attracting these same people. Because I grew up never believing I was good enough. I grew up believing I was unlovable. I grew up believing that any man that's going to love me is going to leave me. And I grew up believing that I myself am not acceptable the way I am. I have to change and be what they want me to be. And when he said, see ya, bye, and blocked me, that's when I knew. I was like, oh my gosh, this is the universe telling me I need to deal with this. I need to deal with this. I need to confront it head on. I've been avoiding it because I don't want to be the bad guy, because I don't want to be the bitch. I don't want to be the one that everybody talks about at Thanksgiving saying, well, Brandy's not here. She ran out on the family. She's too good for us. She doesn't like us. I didn't want to be that person. But you know what? I am too good for that. I am. So I took the same approach to my dad as I took with these 3 gentlemen in my recent past. I went no contact. Now with my dad, I did it a little bit differently. So with the 3 dudes, I basically I blocked them. Just flat out blocked them. I didn't say anything sappy. I didn't say anything like I love them or appreciate them or anything. I just blocked them. With my dad, I wrote him a long letter. So I have another account. I have 2 Facebook Messenger accounts, basically. An old one with like all my old friends and then a new one for business. He blocked me on the business account, but not on my personal one. So I wrote him a long message. And I told him, for over 30 years, I have not been good enough for you. I have never thought I was lovable. Because of you, I have a major fear of abandonment. Because of you, I cannot be alone. Because of you, I don't love myself. And I went on to say, I used to think I was never good enough for you. And now I realize I'm better. I'm educating myself. I'm going back to school. I've been working a full, steady job. I have amazing relationships. I love my life. And that might, in your eyes, make me unlovable. And that's okay. And I said, I love you. I appreciate everything you've ever done for me. But I need to go no contact. Because you've hurt me so much. And every time I see a post, every time I see your name, I'm reminded of how unworthy I am of love. I said it nicely. I said it, I appreciate everything you've done and I love you. But I cannot handle this anymore. I need to get strong. It is by far one of the hardest things I've ever done. But I know it was the right thing. Do you hear the lawnmower people? I promised myself I wouldn't film on a Friday because the landscaping comes. But this just happened, so I need to talk about it. It's gonna be real. My makeup's not good. The lawn things go in. I'm not even in my normal spot because it's really dirty over there. This is real life, guys. But now I believe that since I told him how I feel and that I'm not going to let him influence how I feel about myself anymore, I feel I can move on. Yeah, I'm sad, I'm emotional. But at the same time, I feel very strong. I feel so strong in myself, and I feel more love for myself than I've ever felt in my life. There's a few people in my life that love me unconditionally. My mom, my best friends. There's people that I consider my family that love me unconditionally, and I am almost there to loving myself unconditionally. And this was a huge step. Does that mean, no more Christmas presents and no more phone calls on Thanksgiving and birthday? No, because I wasn't getting those things anyway. I didn't get a call or text or card or anything since May of last year was the last time we had contact. So I'm not really missing out on anything. Because of his victim mentality and always blaming me for every problem that we have. I don't know, I'm tired of being the source of all the problems. He's still going to have these problems. He's still going to feel the feelings that he feels because he needs to deal with himself. And now I understand that. I understand that his lack of love for me and him not being there for me isn't about me at all. It's about him. And I needed to learn the hard lesson to recognize that I deserve better. And yes, it took a string of the same kind of man saying the exact same words with the exact same attitude under the exact same situations. It took that for me to open my eyes and to say, you know what? This is a pattern. Look at this pattern. And the pattern isn't that I'm a shitty person. How can I be a shitty person when I'm just trying to do whatever they want? The pattern is I don't stand up for myself. I don't speak my truth and I don't say what I want. The pattern is I don't believe I'm good enough as I am. But today was the first step. And I start school on Monday. It's Friday right now. I start school on Monday. Psychology, but like I need to go to school for psychology. I'm the most messed up person I know. But hey, that puts me in a position to be able to help people because I know how they feel. But I'm also going to go to therapy. I need help with this. I knew it was coming, but it doesn't make it any easier. But now I'm able to start the healing process. I was able to see the pattern, to put a stop to it. And now I can start growing. And I can start being the best me I can possibly be. Now I can start filling my own glass. So, I apologize that No, I don't. Fuck it. I don't apologize. I'm emotional. And I have a right to be. Just like you have a right to feel how you feel. But I'm going to leave you now. Go fill up my glass. Go fill it up, way up, full to the top, overflowing, so that I can give more love and light to you next week. Thank you for listening to me. I love you guys.